How you doing? What's up, guys? This is Carter Thomas, Bluecloud Solutions, and I want to talk about a very important topic that I keep getting questions about, and I just want to be able to create a video that I can send people to finally answer this question. And the question is reskinning dead? Now, if you don't know what reskinning is, back in the day, 2012, 2013, even 2014 and 15 to a certain extent, it was this concept of taking a template or a source code, repackaging the graphics. All you just got to redesign the graphics, put them back in the original source code, and bam, you got a brand new app that if you pick the right theme and you pick the right keywords, it would just explode in the App Store and it would make you hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. I made a lot of money doing this, and I taught a lot of people about this, and they made a lot of money doing this. And it became, it was originally called app flipping, then it became called reskinning, and it started to become like this big thing. And it's controversial, as you can imagine. A lot of people were like, oh, you just spam the App Store. In a lot of ways, it's not that far off. Like what we were all producing, myself included, it's not the most beautiful and amazing apps, but the market liked it, the market accepted it. And it's like, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna not do this? And it continued, and it got really big, and people took it really far. And that's not a bad thing, it's just what happened. And all good markets will eventually cut out things that don't make sense. And it has become very clear in 2016 that without adding any value to a template, you're not really gonna make any money, as you shouldn't, right? And so a lot of people are looking at this, and they're not seeing the results that they used to, and they're asking themselves, well, is this dead? Is this over? I get that question, 4 or 5 times a day on Facebook messages or in emails or whatever it may be. And I wanted to just really drive something home here. First of all, the answer is yes. Old school reskinning is done. Okay, and let me preface this. Reskinning is a horrible term. I hate that word, but it's what everyone understands it to be. Reskinning is the exact same concept that is used in almost every business that has any sort of service or franchise offering. When you go into the automotive business and they create a new model car or a different color car, that is reskinning. When you create a new McDonald's franchise, you are reskinning that McDonald's franchise. When you build a website from a template, you are reskinning a website. Okay, it's not a new concept, and it is not going away anytime soon. The model is all about just using templates as a foundation. Okay, that's how you can build housing development so quickly, as opposed to building something that is custom and uniquely built every single time. Because in a lot of ways it makes a lot more sense, right? Like there's no reason for you to build most of the architecture. That's not what makes it unique. So that's the first thing, right? Like the term reskinning just needs to go away. So let's just kill it. Let's just end that idea. Now the second piece of this is that when people were doing a lot of this reskinning 2012 to 2015, myself included, we weren't adding any real value. We were finding holes in the algorithm. We were capitalizing on Apple and Google's inability to push up the best apps and push down the garbage apps based on a variety of factors. Similarly, users just weren't really used to it. They would download games and they'd be like, oh, this is just what an iPhone game is. And it was like an easy gameplay. The same way you can download a beautiful color switch type game now, back in 2012, like my Gangnam Style game, that was the exact same level of entertainment. The retention numbers on that game were off the charts. They're really, really good. And yeah, it was nothing exciting, but people played it. It had 4.5 stars for 8 months, even with double popping ads and everything. So I think that's the other thing. It's users have just changed a lot too, right? And what their expectations are. If you think that you are going to take a template and simply replace graphics and put it in the App Store and do nothing else, and you are going to make money, It's not going to happen. That is dead, and it should die. And I hope it dies immediately and faster than as fast as possible, because nobody wants that. No users want that. You don't want that as a business owner. It's not a real business. It's not long term. And everyone I know, or who I kind of know, like through the whole app business, who was like heavy into like that old school, like make millions or thousands of apps. Where are they now? Right? Like they're piecing out. They're out there looking for some new business, some new like 1 year opportunity that they can hit so that they can make like $200,000. And then that's going to run out as well. And then they're going to wait for the next opportunity and things like that. They're never really going to build a business. And at some point that's going to catch up to them. It just will. And it is because of that like this whole consolidation is happening. Now, what's the deal with apps now? What's become of it? Well, the good news is that there is more money in the app business than there ever has been, right? Yes, the top 50 apps account for like 50% of it, but it doesn't matter if the pie is getting 25% bigger each year. Like it doesn't matter if they are taking the top 50% of the revenue. That means there's still billions of dollars available for everybody else to go get a piece of. What that also means is there's like millions of these like niche markets opening up. Maybe hundreds of thousands, maybe millions is a big term. But that means that you can go out and you can make money in so many different ways. You just can't do it just by the App Store keywords and just because of like the App Store downloads. You need to go out and you need to go get traffic from other places. You need to go get partnerships with websites and brands and niche markets. You need to learn how to buy traffic on Facebook and other platforms. You need to build your own brand. You need to start a Facebook page and create engagement and maybe collect email addresses so that you can stay in touch with people. You need to build a business around the apps. You can no longer just put the apps into the store over and over and over and expect that to be business. Like if I made 50 blogs this month, that's not a business. Like I would not be making any real money or building a real business. Like nothing about that is offering immense value to people. And even if it did work for a month or two, it certainly wouldn't be around for the long term. Okay, so that's like the biggest concept is, are you building a business or are you just seeking opportunity? If you're just seeking opportunity, I hate to break it to you, but like you're never gonna just find these pockets of like the Amazon business or the app business or the online marketing business or the traffic arbitrage business or mobile app affiliate marketing arbitrage. Like all of these like micro opportunities are still hard work. Like it's all hard work to make the money. And if you think that there's like this really easy way to make a ton of money really quickly, I don't know what to tell you. Like you're in the wrong business. You certainly shouldn't be listening to what I'm talking about because I don't promote get rich quick stuff. It's all about following a system that works really well, working really hard, and committing to action and playing the 3 to 6 month game. And that's just how it is. So reskinning in its old form is absolutely dead, as it should be. But we are on the dawn of this like third wave of the internet. Think about how many people, how many businesses, how many consumers, how many brands, how many different opportunities want mobile apps. How you could go up to almost anyone on the street and say, hey, if I could build you an app that could monetize your traffic and your following, are you interested? Everybody would say, yes, I am totally interested in that. And that is a huge opportunity. The same way websites are no longer really about like, oh, I'm going to put AdSense on my website and that's how I'm going to build a business. No, like you build a website to build a brand, to sell products, to maybe you build websites for other people. Like there's so many opportunities with that. And so I think as you're thinking about reskinning, you need to ask yourself two big questions. The first question is, am I building a business or am I just an opportunity seeker, just trying to get in on something and just bounce around from one to the next? If you are, that's totally fine. But I'm telling you, the app business is probably not right for you anymore. It was maybe 2 or 3 years ago, but it's not right for you. The second thing you need to ask yourself is, in a year, if I worked really, really, really hard on something and it did work, what business would it be worth it in? Now I can tell you, right? If you build a really killer Amazon business that's all drop shipping, it can be very lucrative, but you also have massive overhead. You are completely in Amazon's wheelhouse because they could wake up one day and be like, hey, we're just going to start buying your products. Now, it's not to say it's not a good business. I'm just saying that like there's a ton of risk and there's a lot of money that goes into it. If you want to go online, well, okay, well, what's going to change with the technology, or what's going to change with the amount of customer service and the relationship building and things like this? Do you want to do videos like this with your customers? Maybe you do, I don't know. With apps, there's a lot of, you know, hard work to get to the upside, like all the development and updates and measuring and the metrics and everything else is really difficult. But think about the end game. Think if you got 1 million downloads and your digital product is out there in the world just running for you, just printing money. Like, think about how much better of a business model that is. It's just harder to get to than a lot of these other businesses. It's not like a vertical or the path to success isn't like this. It's more like this, you know, it's a hockey stick at the end. But if you can persevere and get through all that garbage at the beginning and all that like learning and hard work, it is the ultimate business to be in. I mean, you can, not only from a financial standpoint, but from a lifestyle standpoint, it's so low overhead and it's so scalable. You can just like drive millions of people to your app, and it's just a really terrific business. So there's a reason why I'm still like teaching people about the app business while I'm still actively engaged. Yes, it's a good business for me to do that. No question about that. Bluecloud Solutions is a great business for me. I'm also actively involved in a lot of apps still, and I just believe in it. But that's the big piece, right? Is that reskinning that old model, all that garbage is dead. And we don't have a lot of the people anymore just like buying templates and trying to do all this like really black hat garbage that just doesn't, I mean, it can work for like a month, but then you're filling a leaky bucket. It's not really going to work out for you. The app business is so big and it's got so much potential, but you have to do it differently. You can't keep thinking like all these indie developers out there that expect Apple to solve all their discovery and marketing problems. You need to go out and find marketing solutions. You need to go out and create awesome monetization solutions. I'm here to help you with that, and so is the community at Bluecloud. So I hope this answers the question. I would love to hear your comments below. You know, just comment below either on the video or on the blog post, wherever you're seeing this, and let me know what you think, because I value what you have to say just as much as anybody else. And if you're watching this, I'm sure you have an opinion on this. So let me know what you think, and I'd love to hear about this and get a discussion going. But the app business is an amazing business to be in. It is not the way it used to be 3-4 years ago, but that 3-4 years ago, you could also never do what you can do now. And that is what you should be focusing on most. All right, guys, this is Carter Thomas, Bluecloud Solutions. See you later.